continuing to push myself forward as a portrait photographer and a headshot photographer, there are these moments of reflection that I use as a tool to let me know where the gaps of opportunity exist. This headshot session was not one of those. Um, I've hit my stride quite recently. My baseline is defined. I know my look, I know my style. At least for the moment, I know what I'm happy with. And it's a very simple setup, which is nice because I can replicate it relatively easy and anywhere, right? It's just one light and a V flat. And it's more about the intention. That's my focus. It's more about the intention of the session, the shoot, and less about four lights and gels. You know what I mean? Like a lot of that has dissipated for me, and I'm happy in where I am. So I reached out to Stefan. Stefan's a friend of mine, a fellow photographer, and I'd asked him to come over to the studio and do a shoot. And he agreed because he needed some headshots. He needed some headshots as well. Now, this was a purposeful thing for me because I quite respect Stefan's creative vision. And it's one of those nerve-wracking things where, you've been working and you think you're doing something good and you feel good about yourself, and then you tell one of your boys and he's like, what is this silliness you're doing, right? So I wanted a litmus test because Stefan's been along with my journey as well. Stefan's handed me some business. He's had events, clients that he couldn't shoot. He passed it my way, and so he's very invested in me as a photographer. And I wanted to take the time to show him like what I've been working on and where I am in my journey, but also give him something, give him a gift, and then also, let's eat some good food. I had the smoker going. Besides the point. So what you're looking at now is some headshots of Stefan and revisiting headshots, right? I think headshots is a very interesting conversation. What is a headshot? Technically, what you're looking at now really isn't a headshot. It's a portrait. Headshots are kind of like, I guess, maybe it is mid chest up, but Peter Hurley's of the world, he would, let's see a Peter Hurley headshot. This is a Peter Hurley headshot right here, right? But headshots, even though, but in the editorial and fashion portion of my journey, I've been executing quite well. There's still some anxiety around headshots because headshots are very intentional. They're very intense, right? They're very up close and personal. So you have to be confident in the way that you direct your subject, and you have to figure out how to form a bond with your subject in order to really bring out the best in them, I should say, in order to bring out the most authentic version of them. Because you could think it's a good headshot, but if that client looks at that and they can't see themselves, then something's up, right? So moving through these headshots, I'd say Stefan had about 2 looks, and we did, I don't know, I think I delivered like 7 or so. How many did I deliver? Let's see. Yeah, it's not that much. It's probably more than I would deliver because this my boy, right? So I probably delivered more to him than I would usually deliver to a client. But there's a lot about this session that I can say I am super happy with. One is like, look at this dude. Look at this dude. Like, reflecting on this session, it's almost like I can't believe I took this headshot, because this is a raw connection between him and I, but it's also a lot of direction. There's probably like 10 or 15 images before this to build to this shot, right? And I could not have been happier with, like, this to me is the hero shot of the session. And there's so much poise, there's so much warmth, there's so much approachability, and there's so much integrity that I see in this shot. And it's again moving off of my baseline of my setup, moving off of the baseline of I know what I'm looking for when I approach someone to get in front of my camera. And then really it means so much to me because when he received the images, he was here, we were tethered, right? And he looked through them with a photographer's critical eye. He was like, man, I think we got a few. But when he likes to say this is his Dominican draft day photo for the Mets. When he received the images, his reaction was like, whoa, right? And that means a lot because I know it's genuine. And I know it's genuine because he's been with me on my journey. Like, we take walks when we're at work for lunch. He'll grab his Fuji, I'll grab my Fuji. He'll grab my Olympus, I'll take his Fuji, right? Like, he's in my stratosphere. And he's given his approval, and it means a lot to me. And then also to see him receive the images the way he did, I was able to give a dear friend a gift. This means a lot to me, and this says a lot. This communicates a lot to me about where I am as a portrait photographer, and where I am in terms of my confidence, and where I am and how I approach my next session, and how my next session after that, and after that. And you know what I mean? Like, I'm so happy that I'm building block on top of block on top of block. And I'm so happy that when I look at these images, there are very little opportunities for me to say to myself, yo, why'd you do this? What's happening? You ain't do that. You know you were supposed to do that. You get what I mean? Like, solid, consistency, gratitude. I'm happy that I'm here. And I'm happy that I can share my journey with you guys. And thank you for your time. It is the most valuable resource that we have. I do not take it lightly that you've shared it with me here today. And like the video if you like it. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. In the links in the description, you'll find links to affiliate links that I use to create everything I create, both professionally, creatively, all of it. My name is Ramon. I'm out of here. Peace.